Hello everyone, I once again welcome you to my YouTube channel, and in today's video we are going to be learning how to use Microsoft Excel, assuming you may be a class teacher or you're an administrator and you're tasked with making report cards for your students or filing data and keeping track records of your workers, people working under you. Here is Microsoft Excel that we're going to use. So in the same way we opened Microsoft Word the other time, it's going to be the same way in which we shall open our Excel. So you can come and type on the search bar, and we're already seeing Excel here. So we'll double click to open it. And to open this and not to also waste our time, I have already made a template that we are going to use for today's tutorial, and here it is. So we'll come and double click on it. Let's wait for it to open. So on this interface we can see our sheet 1, which I have now called subjects and marks. And the other time I was also showing you that if you want another sheet, you come and click here and it will be created. So we have another sheet, the new sheet which has been formed there, but for now we don't want it, so we will click on it and delete. So let's go back to our sheet 1, and I have entered the names and the subjects. And now what we are going to do, we are going to use Excel for manipulating this data to now produce for us the total marks for each of these students, the average marks for each of these students. We shall rank them, and we shall now give them remarks, for instance, whether they are promoted to the next class, whether they are advised to repeat, and those other comments or remarks, whatever you would call them. So let's come and start here. Now for the total, we all know that for us to get the total marks, it's going to be a sum of all these individual subject marks, and there are two ways in which we can do this. We can use a function, or we can use a formula. So for the formula, we'll come and click on the total for John. We'll come and click on John here, and we'll come to his total marks. Then we can either use a formula where we shall just do it manually. We'll put equal sign. Of course, when you want to perform any calculation using Microsoft Excel, you have to start it with an equal sign so that Excel knows that you are performing a calculation and no error is made. So using a formula, you come and say equal to, then you come and click on the first cell, B2. Then you will come to your keyboard and look for where the plus sign is, and you'll come and get it right here. Then you'll add plus C2, then again you'll add plus C3, plus C4, no, not C4, plus E2, sorry. Then we'll move to the next, plus this. Then after finishing, we can enter, and we'll be seeing the total marks right here. And when we click on it in the formula bar, which I spoke about earlier, you can even see its name here, formula bar. We are seeing the formula that we entered in cell G2 to generate for us this data that we have here. That is one way of getting the total marks. So to now do the same for all these people, you will not again enter the same formula for all these people. You just come to this small square at the end of this, at the side of this, at the edge of this rectangle. Then you will drag and autofill, and so when we now click on, let us say for instance we click on this, we will see that the cell names have changed, but the formula has been carrying forward. Or in another way, if you want to use the function, let's first delete this and use the function. So when we are to use the function, we will come to this part and also put equal to, and we know that the function for adding is called sum. So you will come and type sum, and you will even now see it here. Then you come and double click on it, and when you're using a function, we are dealing with cell ranges. So the cell range for this total is going to start from B2 up to F2. Then we close the bracket and we enter. So same way we will now come and autofill to get the total marks for all these other students. We'll also come to average. Now for average, it's going to be easier and faster and more, and less time consuming when we use the function, because clearly using a formula for getting the average, that will require you now to remember your P5 mathematics of board mass, which is very hard. So we are going to use the function for getting the average. It's there, so we will click on that of John. We come and put the equal sign, then we will type average, and before we even finish, we can already see it here. And whenever we are using functions, we are dealing with cell ranges. And now to get the average, you have to be careful. We'll start from the math for mathematics, then we will come and stop on ICT. Make sure you don't go up to the total, because if you come up to here, you would have changed the meaning of your average. You come and close this bracket and you enter. Then to get for the others, we shall auto fill. Yes, we go there. Then we are now coming to rank. Now ranking, we are going to give them positions from number 1, number 2 up to the last, which is going to be number 10, because we have 10 students here. But for ranking, it is like we are going to, of course, we are going to use this average data to generate their ranks. And for ranking, let us say, for instance, we are going to be getting the position of this cell, which is H2 in the whole class, like in the whole of this range coming down. So it's like we are getting the position of this very cell, but in the whole class. So we will come and now use the rank function. It's also there, so we will click on the equal sign, then we come and also type rank. Yes, then it's here, we can put it there. So now we will come and click on this average, because it's the one we are using. Then we will put a comma, we shall space, then we shall now come and put the cell range in the whole class, and it's this one here. But now there is going to be a special thing or something we are going to add to this function of ours, so such that we can generate accurate results for even the people who are lower here, because we are going to autofill. And now this is we will have to lock this cell range so that it does not change. So to lock it, we will use dollar signs, and we shall insert the dollar sign before the column name and also before the row name. Same thing, we will also come here, insert the dollar sign, and also put the dollar sign there. But there is this extra space that has been created in our function. We will have to come and remove it, or else it will be an error. So now we can see there, we now enter, and we see that John is number 5. So we will come and auto fill, and after auto filling, we can now see number 1 is Robert with an average of 84.2. Then number 2 is here with 79.2. Number 3 is 77. Yeah, so you could be wondering why we inserted the dollar signs. We inserted these dollar signs in the function such that the cell range does not change when you're autofilling. Now let's say we did not insert this. Let me even show you, such that you see the errors that will come. Let us remove the dollar signs, and we run the formula, the function again, and we see what will happen. Now here, before this person, John, was number 5. So let's enter. It will still be number 5, but now the problem is going to be with these other people who are down. Let's now drag and drop, and we see. So let's do that again. Let's autofill and see what Excel will now give us. Yes, are we seeing now there are how many number ones? This is number one, this is also number one, even this is number one, and yet we are seeing clearly that their averages are not the same. And now to explain this, let's come and click on any of these ones and we see what has happened. Are we seeing that the cell ranges has now changed? Initially, for the first person, it was from cell H2 to cell H11, which is from here coming down here. Then now for this other person, it has now changed from H5 to H14. That means we are starting from somewhere here, and now we are starting from somewhere here and coming up to where is 14. You see now the problem. Now when you're ranking these ones, and yet you're ranking the cell H5, you're going to see that now there will be up to 2 people having number one. So to avoid this kind of issues, we have to go back and always lock the cell range using the $sign so that the things don't change. So there we go. It's already inserted here. So we will now enter and correct our data. Then we'll now bring it back here and autofill to get the ranks for the rest of the students also. And we now see here all the errors have been corrected. There is only one number 1, number 2 up to number 10. And now we have reached the part for the remark. And for the remarks here, we are either going to promote our students or we shall remark that they have failed. And to do this, we will come here under this, and we are going to use the averages for generating this remark whether one has been promoted or they have failed. So we will come, and for this specific field, we are going to use the if function. And now, as earlier on said, that every function or formula in Excel must start with an equal sign for Excel to recognize that it is actually a calculation or a function or a formula that you're putting in. We'll come and put our equal sign, then we'll come and type the if function. We can already see it here. Then we'll click on it, and now since we are using the average to give this remark, we shall click on this cell, which is F2, and we'll say if F2 is greater than let us say 60, then we'll put a comma and space. Then we shall say that student has been promoted. Then we close and we put another comma and space. Otherwise, if now this cell H2 is less than 60, we will just say fail. We'll say fail. Then we will close this and close our bracket when we enter. So we can now see then, and we will now see for John. John has been promoted because his average is 75.6, which is greater than 60. Then we will come and now drag for the others. So let's see what happens. Of course, yes, there is this student, is it David? Yeah, it's David, who had an average of 59, so he did not meet the pass mark, which was 60, so he has failed. And this is just a simple if function. There can be others where there are very many, like maybe you want to grade maybe from distinction 1, distinction 2, distinction credit 3, and the others. You will have a longer if function. You will open many brackets, but for now I'm showing you this simple one, and in case you want more, feel free to comment and to tell me what I should add in this video, or what I should add in another video, maybe to explore those other if functions, the ranking, and all those other functions. We have come to the end of today's video. I thank you for watching, and in case you're new to this channel, I welcome you. Please subscribe, like, comment, and let us know what you think. And please keep your notification bells on such that you'll be notified each time there is a new video that we have uploaded. Thank you so much for watching.